It is I in my happy place. I swear, man, this place I cannot explain it. I swear I cannot explain it. It just makes me feel happy. I swear I come up here and all the problems gone, everything gone. This is like heaven, if you ask me. This is heaven, and that was my African voice. You know, my next place will be Africa. That's where I'm gonna move to next. It's been calling me since 2019. I was gonna go 2020 and visit in 2020 December, but shit happened. So I had to cancel the trip way before it got time to go to Africa. But Spirit said to me, I'll be living in Africa within the next 10 years. So, but until then, I will enjoy this beautiful island and soak up as much nature as possible, be as happy as possible. See, the real goal in life is just to be freaking happy. Forget about all of these goals that, you know, people striving to be, because most of them taking you out of your heart space, right? But the universe is all about frequency, man. And when you, and the highest frequency, forget about, you know, when you whatever, just know that the highest frequency there is that love frequency, right? If you want to check and see which part of your body produces the most energy, it is your heart. You know, it's not the brain, it's not your eye, it's not your sexual organ, it's not none of that. It is your heart. And once you find the heart space alignment, family, and you start to move in that, you will be in alignment with the divine energy, the energy of creation, the energy of God, but in a very small way, right? Because we cannot fathom that God source energy, right? That energy is too vast for us in this human form to hold that energy, right? We would literally explode, right? Probably disappear, not even explode, right? But that energy is too much for us to hold, right? But in this 3D reality, in this earth-based physical reality, right? The energy of love, it is so freaking powerful. You want nothing, right? All of your needs will be met. You will want for nothing. Yes, we're gonna have moments where, you know, we're gonna try to manifest stuff, and that's because we have the ability. We're here as creators. We can manifest literally anything, you know what I mean? So we can manifest it once we know the frequency to tune into to manifest, right? But man, once you find the heart space frequency, you're gonna be good. People can't mess with you. Cool. It's like you be a master of your own self, right? Because you already know everything is love. Everything is love. And yeah. And then there'll be no real reason for you to spend time being angry at somebody or angry at yourself or disappointed because you didn't do this or you didn't do that, right? Because you will know that, hey, it's all love, you know? This is an opportunity for me to evolve beyond a little disappointment or the little disagreement, you know what I mean? Because, hey, if you see me and I see you, then there's nothing beyond love to see. So we can be good. But you know what? The gate is open for all of us, right? And we go find a gate and we lock ourselves in a different gate in the home, right? There's not a lot of nature flowing through your home, right? Because when you square, all of the energy, it cannot flow in squares, right? There's a lot of stuff that this matrix put us in that does not represent life. When you're in a square, no energy cannot flow in a square. Yeah, man, this shit only giving me a couple seconds to speak. It won't allow me to be great. But yeah, when you're in a square, just think about it, for example, right? If you have a circular object standing, right? And you have a strong force of water, this water can come and it can cut around the circular object, right? Now, if you have a square, when the water come, the force of it is gonna hit, poof, and it can if you look around in nature, there's no squares in nature. There's no squares in nature, right? But yet still, every object, everything, cars, home, phones, everything is them right now. You know what I mean? I know what I know. But point is, in order to receive this frequency, this high frequency, that you would just be like, how come you just so happy? How come you this? How come you need nature? Yes, sir. You need nature, right? You need nature, and nature is everything the elements, you know, the grass, the sun, the wind, everything. Because little do we know, these are the frequency that we access through our different senses to help us to grow. You probably wonder, oh, how did I grow so tall? How did I this? How did I that? Probably never even stopped to ask ourselves, how did you grow? And why as a child your mom didn't have to tell you nothing about digestion? We don't even need certain information. A child know, right? Nobody have to tell us stuff. We get this information from the elements, from nature, right? But the more we hide ourselves in the home, sit down, enjoying whatever, and we don't find balance, the more we neglect the source, the more we find it hard to just flow with life, right? The more things gonna become challenging, right? Because we ain't coming back into a space of harmony. We ain't coming back to the space of, the more we neglect the source, the more we find it hard to just flow with life, right? The more things gonna become challenging, right? Because we ain't coming back into a space of harmony. We ain't coming back to the space of, the more we neglect the source, the more we find it hard to just flow with life, right? The more things gonna become challenging, right? Because we ain't coming back into a space of harmony. We ain't coming back to the space of divine wisdom that we can receive via our skin, via our eyes, via our pineal, right? Via our brain. We're gonna disconnect from these real information. These is things that nobody have to teach you, tell you everything, what to do, what not to do, etc. But once we're in a square, once we boxed off inside, nature can't flow effectively in a square. So we need to come outside. Prana. And on that note, I'ma sign out, man. Hey, respect to everyone, man. Love yourself. Every day try your best to do something that would bring joy into your life. Yeah, man. Find ways to be joyful, right? And find ways to be of service to your reflections, your brothers, your sisters, the madman, the animal. Everything is a reflection of you. Everything. Like it or not, it is a fact. Everything is a reflection of you. And why would you not love your reflection? Why would you not love what the mirror is showing you? Why would you not love what your mirror is showing you? But this is different levels of learning. So once we can start to love ourselves and love our reflection and have unity and oneness with everything, this is going to start to open up this heart space frequency, and then we're going to be good, and planet Earth is going to thrive. The only reason it's not thriving yet because a lot of us not tapping into this frequency, right? And like a kid, you can't have a kid exposed to certain powerful toys, tools, whatever, because you're going to destroy. I said I was going to go, but Spirit wanted me to flow, so I'm going to keep flow. But that's one of the only reasons that humanity is in this space, right? Because we're not living in love, right? And because of that, we're in more like a survival mode, and it's like me versus you, you versus me. And then the heart is what open up, do all this stuff, right? But you don't know what to do with this power. You're gonna abuse it, you're gonna manipulate people, right? But when you move from the space of heart, you're gonna know how to create. You're gonna know what cause and effect, man. If you misuse or mistreat certain thing, that is gonna come right back at you, right? So that's why the higher forces, God, spirit, universe, whoever you want to call it, you know, has not allowed humanity to fully access our so-called junk DNA, etc. Because we're not evolved beyond that place of trying to war and trying to manipulate and stuff. And the more people realize certain stuff, and the more we're gonna thrive as a planet, right? But that's why these people that controlling stuff, that's why they're always creating war and illusions of war and keeping us boxed up in a hole. They don't be in the sun and get skin cancer and all of these stuff, right? Because they know us, they study us, and until we learn self, we're gonna always play into their hands. And now I'm gonna sign out, and I'm gonna connect back to the source and recharge the good